Hey, I'm A.B. Bhakta, and you're watching the New Orleans Saints Fan Show on Fan Media Network. Hey, with me today, we have Harold, Bishop, Sean, and Jordan. All four of us just watched the Saints and Buccaneers play, and we watched the Saints lose that game. A lot to talk about, a lot of emotions to process, of course. You know, it might be different for you, Harold. You were drafted by the Buccaneers, but
Sure.
I know your heart bleeds black and gold, I think, right?
Well, I'm an LSU guy, AB, and so it does bleed New Orleans, all right, the New Orleans Saints. But again, we talked about it on the previous show, man. I played for the Bucs. I was drafted in the third round. And the Bucs are a team that took a chance on me, man, when I was in college. So they gave me my first shot in life. So in saying that, man, I'm happy for the Bucs. I'm sad for the Saints. But the Saints will come back. All football teams have the opportunity to, go back to the drawing board, draft players, and move forward. However, we're in a situation now with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning. They have a Hall of Fame quarterback in Tom Brady. The Saints have a Hall of Fame quarterback in Brees. And in saying that, I'm not sure what Drew's going to do with his career. Come back, leave. But I think they have a quarterback that's in waiting in Jameis Winston, who is from Alabama, my home state. And I think Jameis, if they go with Jameis, I think they'll be good. If Jameis can clean some things up and I know he's gotten some LASIK surgery. I think the Saints will be fine. I think there are other areas other than quarterback that the Saints are going to have to look at after watching this game to clean things up.
Yeah, that's fair. Jameis Winston with that nice 1-for-1 today with a nice little touchdown pass.
Absolutely.
A good way for him to kind of get that game going for the Saints offensively, to be honest.
Yeah.
Sean, let's go to you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Sean, let's go to you now. What did you watch in this game? What really stood out from you from a Saints perspective?
From the Saints perspective, is how they took away Mike Evans in the beginning of the game. They had to take that away and make them one dimensional, because you're going against a Hall of Fame quarterback in Brady, and they put pressure on him, and they made him one dimensional. They took Mike Evans away from him, and I think that was a big part of the game plan for them. But I guess once the Buccaneers settled down and figured that out, it made their attack more potent. And as far as Drew Brees, I think the injury this year he had might affect if he comes back next year. And if he doesn't, they go with Winston, I think that the Saints will still be all right, because we got to remember, Winston did win a Heisman. He is an athlete. He can make plays. He can lead a team. It's just you have to give him the right system and the right coaching and understand how to coach him and how to make him help the team. Find out what he does good. What is he best at?
The last thing I'd want, and I think I can speak for all of us here fairly, we wouldn't want this to be the way Drew Brees leaves the Superdome in his last game. Jordan, how are you feeling watching that third interception that he threw tonight? It was tough for me, tough for all of us, I think. What was going through your head when you saw that?
Honestly, I couldn't believe that, we even made one interception happen, but 3. So just talking to all my other friends that are Saints fans, we all kind of were just like, why? Like, what is going on to make you go from playing great, first half? They played a great game the first half, but then turned around and just shut down, essentially. And I don't know, we kind of were all just pretty bummed, and really there was nothing else that we could say past that other than, congratulations to Tampa. You played a great second half, and from there, there's not much else. We're all just kind of bummed now.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't think it's over. I think we'll come back next year and at least, make the playoffs again. Everybody's hoping for a Super Bowl, but I think we'll still come back stronger. And Drew's last year or not, I think that we'll make it work either way.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for myself, watching that game towards the end, it was just, I couldn't really understand. I was trying to hope I was hoping for a good game, of course. Harold, when you and I were talking last week before this game, we spoke about how it's Brees versus Brady. This game should not disappoint. It didn't disappoint throughout most of the game, right? I mean, it was fairly competitive, but a few calls and a few plays for the Saints and Brees with those unfortunate interceptions, especially those last two. The last one off of Cook, the tight end, that was really tough to see. Just kind of sealed the game in.
Yeah.
It was a game that I expected to see go in like this, but I think the nuances that the Saints faced were unexpected. And for a game to go down and end the way it did, not how I envisioned it happening. What would you say about that?
Well, I'll tell you this, AB. You can have a game plan for a game, and you could be totally prepared. You could be ready to play. But when you strap them up, AB, and Mike Tyson says this, everybody's bad until you get punched. All right? Or everybody's a bully until you get punched. Whatever the saying is. All right? But both teams were ready to go, is my point. And the ball just fell towards the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So Tom Brady could have easily been in the same situation. That's how delicate the game of football is. That's why I attribute football to life. Okay, life right now in where we're living in America is delicate. Football is a man's sport. It's a female sport. It's a fan sport. It's a player sport. It's a coach's sport. However, any given Sunday, any given Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whenever you play, okay, there's an opportunity for the other team to win the game.
Absolutely.
This time, the New Orleans Saints, they didn't win, but they'll be back. Okay, so we were talking about the interceptions prior. Interceptions occur sometimes just by luck. Luck is when opportunity and sometimes fate just come hand to hand. My Uncle Ralph, my cousin who is Sean, his daddy taught me that when I was little. Jackson State University, offensive coordinator, Kentucky State. He taught me everything that I learned in my life about football. And he said to me that, sometimes luck is just part of the game. Luck can be an interception. It can be not understanding, whatever you learn in the game plan. It can be just somebody just making a wrong, technique mistake. However, that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And the cookie just crumbled towards Tampa this time. And the Super Bowl's in Tampa, but Tampa has to go to Green Bay. So now it's going to be the battle of the Bays. All right. They got to go up there and play, in my opinion, the best quarterback that's still playing the game in Aaron Rodgers. So we'll see how the cookie crumbles in Green Bay.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I want to point out before we wrap in the show, I was really hoping we come in here and have like a nice Who Dat chant going or something, but
that's right.
maybe next season that's how we can start off. But I want to point out, Sean, behind you have a board that says family. And anytime I see a quote like that, I would read that right there. A group of people who genuinely love, trust, care for, and look out for each other. That's what I feel the Saints are. That's what I feel the Saints family is. Right. That's what I feel Who Dat Nation is. And
that's right, bro.
To echo what you said there, Harold, they'll be back. They'll be back.
That's right.
Season. Drew Brees or not, they'll be back. And if this was Drew Brees' last game in the Superdome, last game of his NFL career, we're gonna do another one of these shows where we just talk about him. So
that's right.
Harold, Sean, Jordan, I want to thank all three of you for joining. We'll talk more. We'll be back in another New Orleans Saints fan show. I want to thank Who Dat Nation for joining this show, and we're looking to have more fans on, so just hit us up if you're interested. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Harold, Sean, and Jordan, for joining today's New Orleans Saints fan show right here on Fan Media Network. To host a fan show or appear as a fan on a fan show, simply create a profile on Fan Media's iOS app or website. Select your teams and make a short intro video on your phone. Show hosts, reporters, former players, and superfans can use our Get Verified feature and make an intro video as well, and our mobile newsroom staff will reach out.